your reaction when you and your teammates when you found out that the Portland game was going to be postponed? What was the emotional, was it a letdown? I mean, what did you feel when you heard that?
Well, it's just a bummer. You know, we prepare so hard for each game, and just knowing that that's one less game potentially, that unless we reschedule it, that we get to play. And we love playing games. That's, you know, what gets us up in the morning, and just going through the preparation for it, and then going into each game, just playing in their arena or our arena, whichever it may be. There's a lot of energy that surrounds that, and yeah, I would just say it's a bummer.
Alex, in regards to Tijon Lucas, two questions. What kind of role do you have in, you know, bringing transfers in or talking to transfers, if there's any, you know, before they commit here? And then also, what is it like to share a backcourt with Tijon Lucas?
Yeah, to answer your first question, I think I was the first transfer that this coaching staff had brought over from another school. I don't know if that's correct or not. But yeah, just my experience here since the day I got here, and then me not being a member, obviously, that helps with recruiting guys who aren't members coming to a private school. So I would say it had a little bit to do with it, you know, just telling them the ins and outs of, you know, what it's like on the court, what it's like walking around on campus, what it's like with the guys in the locker room. So just every part about that, and I just try to be kind of I try to be that guy that I would want, you know, recruiting me in. So, you know, don't tell me any lies. Tell me what's actually happening, because, you know, I'm going to spend the next 2 or 3 years of my life at this university and playing for this coaching staff, playing for these guys. And so that's just what I try to do when I recruit guys here when they're transfers, because, you know, they've already been at a spot and they want to get out of that. So they're not looking for another spot to kind of go to and not like. And I just want to tell them the truth, and if they fit it, then they come here, and if they don't fit it, then they pick another school. And thankfully Tijon picked here. He fits in here, and I love playing with him. He's so unselfish, such a high IQ player. We're talking, I mean, we talk every day. We hang out probably a couple times every week. We're really good friends off the court, and it's just fun playing with a guy who wants to win as bad as you do. Just like all these guys on the roster, we all want to win, but to be two veteran guys, we joke around, we're old heads, but no, we just have fun out there. You know, we want to win so badly, and each one of our journeys to get here has just motivated us even more to accomplish something that we haven't done before. So yeah, I love playing with him.
Alex is one of those veteran guys. What have you kind of shared with your teammates, some of the transfers, the younger players, about what entails playing in this conference, especially, I mean, you've been here for 3 years now. You have some experience in the WCC with a really talented conference like this year. What are you sharing with the other guys about that?
Yeah, it's a tough conference, especially this year. We got probably 4 tournament teams, it's looking like. You know, there's going to be ups and downs. You know, as much as we want to go undefeated, that's really hard to do, and that's what we're set out to do. That's what our goal is for this conference play. But we might lose a game here or there, and how we're going to battle back from that, how we're going to handle that adversity. You know, losses are tough to handle, but if you can learn and grow from it, which I think that this coaching staff does a great job teaching us how to do, how to bounce back from losses. But really just approaching every game with the same amount of energy, the same preparation that we always try to prepare for. Approaching each game with the mindset that it's going to be a battle. We're going to need to leave it out on the floor every game, and there's going to be weeks where we're playing, you know, really good teams back to back. Like this week we got Pacific and St. Mary's, and they're 2 really good teams. And so it's going to be a battle, and we got 1 day in between to rest. But we have these 3 days to prepare for both those teams. Got a little bit of mostly Pacific, but a little bit of St. Mary's here and there, just so we're not on a 1-day prep. But it's going to be a battle this conference season, but I think that these guys are ready for it, and we're really excited.
Coach mentioned that he had to kick you guys out of the gym for about 48 hours after that Westminster game. Obviously, no game Saturday kind of helps that, and it's a little bit of a bummer, you mentioned. But do you feel like that maybe helped you guys kind of just mentally reset and recheck and kind of refocus going into the new year?
Oh, definitely. I think that it recharged us. We were all joking that he pulled a Coach Carter, but it was funny. You know, that's not something that we expected. We all hopped on a Zoom after the Westminster win, and that night I think around 10:30, and he was like, "Hey guys, like great non-conference. I think this is one of the best like rankings wise that we've finished a non-conference schedule in the last 3 years. I think if I'm not
Yeah,
is
it's up there.
it's
Yeah.
up there,
Yeah.
and so yeah, he was just like, "Hey, I think you guys need to take some time, rest your legs, and just come back ready for this conference because like we just said, there's really good teams in this conference, and it's going to be a battle every week. So I definitely think that it re-energized us, and I don't know. I mean, you guys watch practice today. I think these guys are, they're just, in a good mindset. And we have this squad now for our shell drills, who's Gideon, Foose, and Caleb, and they're like the energy guys, and they try to bring as much energy as they can to the shell drills, and it's really fun, just seeing that much energy that we have going into the conference play, because this is a part of the season where teams start to get tired, and but also some teams start to keep going up, and that's what we're looking at doing.
As you do go into these tough games, how do you feel like you and your teammates handled being in school as well as going into these conference games?
Yeah, it's difficult, especially at this university. It's tough academically, but I think that the group of guys that we have, they're just so bought in, and they're high character guys. They know what their priorities are, and that's pretty much all we do is just basketball and school, and then we try to find a little bit of time for social life. But yeah, I think these guys are really locked in, and so they have a good balance of that.
How often does you mentioned earlier that on that Zoom call, Pope kind of told you guys the historical perspective of where your guys' non-conference performance fits. How often does Pope refer to what you guys are accomplishing in like the history of BYU record books, if you will?
No, he always picks the right moments, and that's what's so cool about having him as a head coach is like he'll do it at the time when you're not expecting it. Like we were all expecting, all right, we're gonna come in and we're gonna have a hard practice tomorrow, but instead he's like, hey, great job, guys! Like you guys accomplished something special. Have the next 2 days off. Like we were expecting, oh really? Like maybe he was calling a practice later that night. I don't know what he was gonna do, but he hits you at times when you're least expecting it, and it just he knows what the team needs, and I think the times that he chooses to tell us those accolades that we're getting or the history books that we're hitting, they're the times where he feels the team needs that and needs that to just continue to build our confidence. And so yeah, I would say he mentions it quite a bit, but always at the right times.
Is it difficult to once again go through another league season where you just don't know who you're going to play? St. Mary's is not playing Thursday night, but they're still home for Saturday. Is it just difficult to possibly game plan for multiple teams and not know what's coming in the future?
Yeah, it's difficult. It's frustrating, but one thing is, we might play like St. Mary's. We're supposed to play twice, so we prepare for them, and then we'll know how to prepare for them the next game. Hopefully, they play us. So yeah, I would say it's frustrating, but we just got to keep taking it day by day, and we're set to play Pacific and then play St. Mary's, and if one of those drops off or both, at least we got good preparation in and we're getting good practices in to where we're keeping our legs healthy and just our mindsets healthy, running through our plays, making sure our defense is tightened up.
How do you feel some of the young guys are progressing with the team because they've had just elevated roles with all the injuries that have happened in the front court?
Yeah.
How do you feel like Foose and the Tiki are progressing to get ready for this league season?
Oh, they're progressing. I think at a better rate than I think anybody would have expected. They're such talents, and we see it. Like the Tiki's just got this incredible build. He's just a rock and super athletic, can block shots, can get rebounds, and he's continuing to grow and learn learn how we play defense and our offensive sets. And then Foose, I've said it since the beginning of the year, I really don't think he knows how good he is. Like he's so talented, and sometimes when he gets catches in the post and is able to finish over other bigs, it's really impressive what he's doing as a freshman, and what he's able to do on the defensive end when he's blocking shots. And he got one, I think, at the top of the square today where I was like, bro, you got 10-foot wingspan. Like it's ridiculous. But it's fun to play with guys like that because these guys are so locked in, and it's really fun to be a part of that.
All right, guys. No Zoom questions.
No Zoom? Sweet. Thanks, guys. Happy New Year.